semester. So probably this will be the last semester that we meet together. If only if you join FYP with me, then we will have another 2 semesters together. But anyway, we can meet around here, right? So the lab briefing is actually for the subject Mau the KM31401, which is actually cover 3 subjects. So fluid mechanics. Sorry, I think some changes in this. Fluid mechanics should be Dr. Kamel. Applied thermal is me, and vibration is IR Amran. All right, you guys know them well, right? So there will be 3 sessions in one day. So each lecturer will assign their demo, or they might assign the lecturer itself to guide you for the lab. Okay, the objective of this MAU is to develop your ability, solve the problem, record it, and then, yeah, investigate the practical problem using your knowledge in fluid, applied, and mechanical vibration. Also, you need to prepare the report, which is expose use in skill of appropriate measurement, practice data analysis. And you need to prepare not only the technical report, which is group report, and you also need to do the full formal report. It's only one per person. Yeah. So please do it properly. That will have a quite ratio of marks on that. Okay. Okay. The course outcome is basically the same for MAU 1 to MAU 5. It's cover what we have. I have told you the objective. Okay. But bear in mind that CO2 is ability to use tools appropriate with suitable techniques, which means you need to consider the safety. Well, a lot of students might ignore or neglect this part. So when you do your technical report, remember to mention a part on this. So how you handle the safety, okay? How you handle the equipment properly. So you have to put a small part to show that you really concerned on the safety. Is that all right? So other than that, it should be the same for the MAU 1 to 3. Okay, any question? It's so very quiet here. Right, so let me see. Wait, yeah. Okay, so list of experiment. Like I mentioned to you just now, there are 3 subjects covered for this MAU. So fluid mechanics will have, each of them will have 3 experiments. And according to the ESC, we need to have at least 1 open-ended lab. So fluid will be F3, the friction in pipe. Mechanics vibration will be V2 under IR Amran. Apply thermal stirring engine. Okay, this is the location for your MAU. So basically all the MAU is near block C. Okay, the assessment like I mentioned to you, there are 2. So technical report, which is I will call that as group report. So each of the group will only have maximum 4 person. So you have to take turn to do the technical report. Only 1 report required for the technical report for each experiment. Whereas for formal report, formal report you need to do individually, so which cover the literature review, detailed result and discussion, and references. And we will also have the evaluation form to evaluate to show the teamwork. Well, you might say, hey, I attended the lab, so that shows that I have teamwork. But the ESC couldn't be there, the panel. So we have to fill in the form to show that we really do some work and you understand each other. All right? Okay? So like the mark distribution, so the technical report, because if you refer to this, the technical report covers 7 out of 9. So your technical report will have higher marks ratio compared to the formal report. All right? And the teamwork will be 10. So far, is that everything okay? Any questions so far? Am I too fast? No question? Okay, so like I mentioned just now, I don't have no, actually my house don't have current yesterday, so I couldn't finish the list. I will try to finish it by today for the group list. All right. But we have 9 group, but we have more than 49 students. 45 students. So I need to adjust a little bit so that we can have all the students can attend the experiment at the same day. All right. I will also prepare you the list, the report submission list, which means not everybody need to do the formal report, but the technical report you can take turn to do it. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure, Magma 1, 2, 3, have you tried open-ended lab before? Anyone? Have you ever tried open-ended lab for your Magma 1 and 3? Magma 1, 2, 3. Don't just top up, you can just talk to me. I'm still new with this Google, so I can't see your face. So have you tried the open-ended lab for Magma 1 and 3, Magma 1 to 3?
Yes,
Penakan? So what is the difference? What is open-ended lab? Okay, open-ended lab is actually, we give you the experiment because I'm not sure. By right is Magma 1, they give you some guidance, but you have to figure out how to find the result. Magma 2 and 3 will be lesser and lesser the guidance so that you can handle it, control the time, control over the outcome of the experiment. So that's the definition of open-ended lab. Students are given the freedom to develop their own experiment instead of merely following the prepared guideline. So in other words means you have to plan before. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail because you have only 3 hours to finish the open-ended lab. So what I advise to my student is refer to your lab manual and then do some research, Google, and then after that, try to discuss in your group and see what can you do. So for Magma 4, let's say for the steering engine, the engine is over there. The objective is given. You have to find a way to achieve it. Okay? So you can, like I mentioned, how to start. You can make the appointment if you worry that you are not ready, you can't make it within the 3 hours. Make an appointment with the lab assistant to check out the equipment. And you do some research, Google, a day or 2 before you conduct the experiment. Plan a simple experiment procedure. So then during the experiment time, so you start doing the experiment, collect the data, record it, to prove that it's really work, record it, and then prepare the report. Is that okay? Any questions so far? Don't cry if you cannot do the open-ended lab. So any question?
So far, no, Doctor.
Thank you, Hafiz. See. So for the lab report submission, this is very important. So submission must be done within, it should be 2 weeks. 2 weeks after the lab. So for the group report, which is technical report, submission must be done within 4 weeks after the lab. For individual formal report, is that fair enough? So there's no excuses that you couldn't finish a good quality report. You are given a month to finish your formal report. Okay. What about MAU 1 to 1, 2, 3? What is the period given to finish your formal report? Hi.
14 weeks.
Sorry?
14 weeks.
14 weeks. Do you still remember after 13 weeks? So my advice is finish the things on the spot. If you think that I doesn't matter lah, after this then only I do it, by the time on the 13th week, you might forgotten everything. My advice is try to finish the given task on the spot. If possible, I try to finish within 2 to 3 weeks. Because during the end of the semester, you will a burden with all the assignment, tests, and quizzes. So I don't want that happen to you. And some of the students complain that they have depression, anxiety because too much work. But when you look back, if you can handle your time properly, it shouldn't be a problem. So my advice is try to finish earlier. Okay? So in order to make sure you're not submit your report wrongly, I conduct this MAU 4 for so many years. Some of your friends copy and paste your friend's report and they've forgotten to change their matrix number and they forgotten to change their name. I experienced that before. And another senior of yours, they submit another subject lab report to MAU 4. But when I request the report for him, he couldn't submit on time. The problem is we have to give the marks to the BPA. Yeah, so at the end, he has to repeat the lab. I don't want this happen to you. So make sure you do your report. Try to finish on time. Else, I will have some marks deduction on that part as penalty. And also label your lab report clearly as given advice here. For example, the group technical report, let's say F1 is the code of the experiment. This is the semester. And then the GX, the X is your group. Let's say I'm from group 7. So it should be F1. You have to have the code subject, semester, and group 7, or in this case, group 1, as the example. Okay, for the individual, so put your individual report, put your code of experiment, your code of this subject, and the semester, and your matrix number. Is that okay? So we can make sure that you are not submit your report wrongly. Okay. So after you prepare your lab report, okay. So there are 2 things you need to do. Make sure, 3 things, Make sure you use Mendeley Reference Manager. So why I need to do this is I want you to practice to use Reference Manager to do a proper reference, so that when you go to your FYP, that will be easy job for you to do that. Is that all right? So for your report, please attach along with your turn it in report. The similarity shouldn't be more than 25%. And also check copylex.com, copy paste on your work. Okay, in this and screenshot as evidence that your work is not AI written. Is that all right? I am not saying that you can't use ChatGPT to enhance your words, but your idea should be from you. Your sentence should be from you. The ChatGPT probably just a guide to refine your grammar, not to write the whole thing for you without references or citation. So, for example, um, if you directly copy from ChatGPT, you wouldn't have the reference. So indirectly, actually, you are copy paste. If you have some idea from the ChatGPT, but you try to look for another sources from internet and with citation, then that is the other way. That should be that way, not just copy paste from the ChatGPT without citation. Is that all right? Are you still there? Okay. So shall we move on to the next one? Any question? So I don't want at the end you label your report wrongly. You forgot to attach your Turnitin report. You forgot to check your AI plagiarism, and you just submit it. Then you can't get a better score on it. Okay. So yeah, next move to technical report. So the technical report, you should show your raw data, simple discussion of your experiment work, and please show the safety precaution step. Okay, that is actually indirectly to show that you are reflecting the course outcome, CO2. Okay, please do so to ensure we can evaluate your safety. Okay. Um, I think that's all for the technical report. Right, it's something like this. You have the data, you have the simple discussion, but if your lab report is about open-ended, so please also stated the procedure, because your experiment is designed by you. So if you're not showing the procedure, how can we know that it's really from you, right? So for the formal lab report, as usual, okay, you have to have the abstract, lab table of contents, introduction, methodology, result and discussion, conclusion, references, appendix. I don't think so, but if you have extra information, you can attach that. For example, you would like to attach a video link, probably not the appendix. If you want, do so. Okay, so this is some of the guideline for you how to write a report. This is not your first time to do your report. Okay, so at least you will have uh, the front cover, the abstract. What is abstract? The abstract is this is very important. The abstract should be short enough but cover your introduction, one sentence enough, your objective, how you do it in a short sentence, the result. Okay, the result is the main key result. And what is your conclusion? All right, so you might say, susah lah, I did so many things, but I just given 200 words to complete the abstract. Well, you can start writing it first, okay? And then you can use other tools to enhance your grammar, or you shorten it into within 200 words. Make sure you check again, because all the AI tools might interpret your message wrongly. So at the end, you are submitting a wrong information lab report. So be careful on that part. All right. Okay, the introduction should be, I can't see clearly here. Okay, the introduction should be what is this? Why you are doing this experiment? Your equation, your theory, everything there. So methodology is how you conduct this experiment. Okay, how? Not your result, your specification of your work, and of your equipment, how you conduct the experiment, And what is the other tools that you needed? For example, a timer, a temperature sensor, and so on. So make sure you listed clearly in your methodology. Okay, result and discussion. So result and discussion, you have to show your result. Don't just show your result, but find the journal, find other findings, previous researcher finding to compare your result. For example, recently I conduct an experiment on electrode for supercapacitor using the new metal oxide. So I can't just tell what happened in my material. I also have to compare with what other researchers do. And is that same finding or the other way? And why? Okay? You don't need to be so detailed, but this is a good practice for you for your preparation for your FYP in future. Okay, trust me, this is worth to try, okay? Okay, so the conclusion is, so have you achieved the objective? What is the key finding? Okay, what is the key result that you have find? Something like that, all right? And most importantly, you can use Mendeley or EndNote. As I know, Mendeley is free in Malaysia. Previously, I used EndNote in UK. That was free. So use anything that you feel comfortable to organize your references. Please don't self-typing for all the things. End up, you will have a lot of error on that part. Okay, please remember this. Okay, so I have a checklist for you. So check whether you have all of this for your formal report. If you don't, make sure you have it in your report. Okay? Okay. And last, check your similarity using Turnitin. I try to make an account for this class. I will update you guys before the lab started. Is that all right? Okay. At the end, we need to look for the lab safety. So I did experience, okay, last week I did an experiment, simple experiment. I just put my electrode inside the battery, and then I put some electrolyte, and suddenly the things just burst. I don't know what happened. It's just spread everything around. But I have glasses, so that glass protects me. So what if I wasn't wearing my glasses? That will be very dangerous for my eyes. So that's why we need to have awareness on lab safety. Okay? So first, no slipper, no sandal when you enter the lab. Okay? You don't need to wear tie. You don't need to wear you don't need to wear gown. So please at least a proper shoe to cover your feet. So because we might handle some fire, we might handle some fuel. So yeah, for the thermal. So please don't wear sandal. If you have long hair, tie it. You don't put your hair down. If for example, a stirring engine or something is moving and it's just tear your hair, that will be very dangerous. Okay? We are not dealing with something corrosive, so the safety goggles, it's okay for that. Ayo, Mahadi, we almost finished. Okay, so read the instruction for proper equipment use. For example, when we do the experiment, should we on the water pipe first or we on the equipment first? Which one first? Anyone? Can anyone give comment on this? Let's say I want to on my what's that means? Let's say I want to on the mechanical heat pump. Okay, so the mechanical heat pump is to we have to on the water pipe to cooling the water mechanical heat pump. And the first thing is we need to on the water, or we on the switch on the equipment first. Which one? Can someone answer me? Yeah, thank you, Kuhan. Yes, water pipe first. And at the end of the experiment, you off the water pipe first, or you off the equipment first? Which one first? Finish already. We finished all the experiment. Are you going to off the water pipe first or off the equipment first? Any other? After finish experiment, which one first? Yeah, off the equipment first after you finish the experiment. Why? Because the water pipe can cool down the mechanical, yeah, the equipment. So it won't overheat. So please remember this part. Okay? So good job, Kuhan. So I hope you can do well in this lab. Yeah. So if for thermodynamic, we will deal with some ethanol. Ethanol is alcohol, cannot drink one. So accidentally splash on your eyes. So there is a way to splash and wash your eyes. Okay? Poisoning. The ethanol is not edible, cannot drink one. So if accidentally, I don't know how you accidentally taste it, please inform the lab assistant immediately. Okay? Chemical on skin, flush it with large amount of water. Okay? So after finish everything, be an adult. Clean the lab. Okay? You can't just leave everything and let the lab assistant clean it. Right? So please make sure the equipment cooling down, off the water, off the gas, unplug everything, put the waste into the dustbin, clean your work area, and wash your hand. Okay, the wash your hand is very important. There's one student, I can't tell you which batch. So in chemical, so he accidentally, while he's doing the FYP, right, he's growing some fungus. Okay, fungus for his FYP. So after finish, he never wash his hand. So he just go out, do his work. And then one day, he found that his skin a bit itchy and some redness. So when he go for treatment and then found out that the fungus is actually attached and grow on his skin. It's very scary, right? So make sure you wash your hand before you leave the lab. Okay? Is that all right for everyone? So any question from the floor? Are you guys still here? No question?
No, no question.
Yes? No question? Okay, if no question, can we take a photo as evidence of attendance, and I also show you the QR code after this. Is that all right? Let me try. I'm still not good in using this app. Can someone teach me how to? Okay, stop sharing. Okay. Can you on your screen and then we take a photo together and as attendance before we move to ITELs? Satu orang saja. Hai. Hai. Yang lain? There's a baby behind you. Not a... Hey, there's... Okay. Can you please on the... Yeah, can you please on your screen and then we take a photo? We have 41 here. I only see few of you here. Ada satu orang tapuk lagi. Hurry up, come on. Hi. Ay. Okay, let me see how to take a photo, yeah. I'm learning. Okay. One more, is that okay? One more. Hi, one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I share one more thing to you that I tells how you get your lab report and so on. Lab manual. 1 minute, don't leave first. Window, entire screen. Where is iTels? Okay, here. Can you see my screen? What can you see from the screen? I need some feedback from you. Can you see the iTel?
Can, doctor.
Okay, so go to Km31401 for iTels. Okay, so this is the synopsis of this MACMAL. Okay, so click on here. Oh, yo, I still hidden from you. So, so let me active first. So there is a synopsis for this. You can click it and study on this. And the lab briefing and lab attendance will be here. Later, you can check your attendance here. Okay. And like I mentioned to you, we have a teamwork evaluation form. So the teamwork evaluation form also serve as attendance record. Make sure you fill in the form on the day and also do the evaluation, teamwork each other. Just click on this. Can you see? Can you see the form? Can you see the form? Hello?
Can, doctor.
Yeah. So you just click to start. Okay, experiment code. For example, thermodynamic 1 mechanical heat pump. Okay, when was your experiment? Write your experiment date. Name of the person who making this evaluation form is you. Evaluate yourself. So evaluate yourself whether you contribute in your work. Have to be honest lah, kan? Did you communicate to your friends or I don't want to friend with him. He's more handsome than me. No such thing, yeah. So do you discuss in your lab? Okay. Contribution. Do you involve in the lab? And so as your other friend. In this case, I treat everyone as adult. Its evaluation is based on trust. Is that okay? Boleh kah? Hello.
Boleh.
Okay. So you might say it's not fair, doctor. So how you evaluate my report? So this is the formal and technical report evaluation form. So there is a rubric. For example, I really want to score A to enhance my CGPA. So refer to this to check the rubric how we evaluate your report. Okay, this is basically a standard form for all the MACMAL. So there are T123, F123, V123. There are 9 labs. So each of them equipped with, for example, mechanical heat pump. Go to the thermal lab. When you see this picture, this is the mechanical heat pump. So you can refer to the attachment for the lab manual. We will have a demonstrator, Miss Jacqueline, to guide you for this experiment. Okay? So after you have finished, what should you do? Okay, refer to your lab submission list. For those need to submit technical report, the group technical report, submit here. Okay, submit here, technical report. For those that you need to submit formal report, please submit here. Okay, kan? Is that okay? So basically, all of the experiment, we will have 2. Technical report, individual report. and the lab manual. Okay, and the first thing when you come to the lab, fill in this one first, teamwork evaluation form. If you fail to do that, the 10 marks gone, no, rugigan. It seems like a bonus mark for you. Okay, remember that. Is that all right? So first, check in your ITEL Km31401 semester 2 2023-2024 for this subject. Read the synopsis, and then you have the lab briefing, the slide, and attendance. And then your teamwork evaluation, every time when you go to lab, please fill in this. And I will also attach the lab schedule and list here later. All right. So if you want to know how we evaluate your report, refer to report evaluation form. Okay. And this is the lab. So for example, I try to get the picture from Dr. Kamil and Dr. IR Amran. So anyway, I already mentioned here the lecturer in charge person and the lab manual. And each of them will have technical report submission and individual report submission part. So there shouldn't a problem for you to forget about your submission. Okay, so remember that we have 2 weeks after the experiment, you have to submit the group report. 4 weeks after the experiment, you have to submit the individual formal report. So not the end of the semester, yeah. Because I'm helping you so that you can finish everything on time. Is that okay? Is that okay, everyone? Any question? So far, is there any question?
So far, no, Doctor.
Okay. One more thing. So what if you miss some of the lab? For example, COVID-19, or you are sick, so you can't come to the lab. What should you do? What? So please attach your lab, your MC in the ITELs. I'll make another attach, and then refer to the in-charge lecturer for replacement. Is that okay? You can't just arrange it by yourself. At least notify the lecturer so that he or she could arrange another slot for you. Is it all right? Yes? Any more question? Nothing? So another question from me. What if I forgot to submit my lab report on time? We have met together since, I think this is the 3rd semester, right? So hopefully everyone could submit on time. I don't want last minute like last time. Sorry, no mercy this time. We have to train your discipline. For those forgot to submit on time, I won't remind like previously. We will assume that you are not interested to submit your lab report. Then I will give a X. X means no marks. That will be very bad in your sleep. I don't want this happen. So please remind yourself. The best is after your experiment, do a reminder in your calendar a day before or 2 days before the submission. Remind yourself again. Make sure you submit your lab report. Is that all right? Okay. Any other questions? Oh, okay. Everyone are very expert now. So if so, we end here. I'll see you next Monday. Remember that our lab start at 1 p.m. So please come early so that we can finish early. Because puasa ma, if we can finish early, we can go back early. Is that all right? Okay? Yeah. If you really can't make it with a proper reason, for example, you are sick, not because I want to puasa and celebrate Raya at home. I'm not ready to come back because I already did the pool. Everyone should come back for the lab. Okay? There's no reason for that you're not coming back to do your lab. Please come on time on Monday, 1 p.m. Okay? So see you guys on Monday then. Selamat berpuasa for everyone. That's all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye-bye. You guys leave first.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.